Hello, YouTube Jensen Divas. It's your girl Aisha Demaya back here with another video. Welcome to my channel, and you know the rest. So, it is Veterans Day, I think it is. So, I definitely salute all the veterans that are out there who have fought for our freedoms here in America that we take for granted sometimes. And those who are fighting right now, I salute you even higher if that's possible. But today we're going to be covering what to wear to an interview / interview tips. And I know people, this is a really good time to actually, if you don't have a job right now and you need a temporary job or you need a side gig or you just want to work another job or whatever. It's the holiday season, so a lot of stores are packing on a lot of employees in order to help with the holiday rush. So I know Macy's for sure is hiring for the holiday season, as far as anybody else, maybe Walmart, that sort of thing. But we're going to hop right into it. Number one thing I could say for what to wear to an interview would be, first of all, to do your homework beforehand. What I mean by that is you need to know what kind of industry you're getting yourself into. Obviously, if you're going into a more corporate office kind of job, you need to definitely wear the blazer, the pants, that sort of thing. If you're going for, like, I don't know, mellow mushroom or, you know, a really laid back kind of job where you notice that people, I don't know, don't dress up at all. You don't have to be as formal, but I always err on the side of more formal. So if you're going to err on the formal side, I would suggest a blazer, definitely, like I have on right now. This is a nice 3/4 sleeve blazer, and it has 3 buttons, and of course you can choose to leave the top one unbuttoned. I would say not wear anything low cut or even something that could be considered low cut. Like this would probably be okay because it's not really hanging down. Like even if I lean over, you can't really see anything. So definitely a blazer. Black slacks that are not too tight, because that is an issue for me. All us big booty ladies in the house, we have an issue with things being tight around our butt. So definitely try and get ones that fit as loose as possible in that area. So definitely, if you don't know exactly what the dress code is, it's perfectly okay to ask them in an email. Don't send in a separate email. Make sure you try and include it in the email when you ask them about, you know, what time and location and that sort of thing. Also, you want to make sure you know exactly what they mean by business casual, or just casual, because those are very vague and broad terms. You need to kind of have an idea. That's why I said do your homework first of all. Also, you know, you don't have to go specifically for the all black suit. You can try and throw in bits of your personality. You could do a little pin like from your alma mater, or I don't know, wear some colorful earrings like this, but nothing too crazy. The main thing here is you don't want anything see-through, ripped, or too loud and trendy. Like those things are kind of out. No kind of low cut, revealing, nothing like that. Nothing like that, neither in the interview or basically when you get the job. No loud makeup, ladies, no loud jewelry. I would say for hair, I've seen a lot of different articles about how to present your hair in a way. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that ladies who have long hair, you're at a disadvantage because you are perceived as being more flirtatious, younger, inexperienced, that sort of thing. That's just, I don't know, I didn't make it up, but that's just the way it is. So if you have long hair, try and pull it back halfway up. You can do it this way, it's perfectly fine. You can pull it up into a ponytail, or you can pull it down into a low ponytail, which is also kind of seen as seductive. I don't know, that's just the way things are. But if you have short hair ladies, you're at an advantage because you're seen as being more mature, more trustworthy. I don't know, that's just the way it is. So yeah. And then there is the shoes. Ladies, let's wear closed-toe shoes. That's the best bet for you because nobody really wants to see toes. Even if you have bomb.com toes, you just got a pedicure from sassy nails down the street. Keep your toes covered. Men, if y'all are watching this, a nice suit, depending on how formal your job is, or a nice button-down, a tie, some khakis, closed-toe shoes, that sort of thing. You guys have it really easy. Ladies have it a little more difficult because of all of this we got going on in the jungle. And I'm getting really scatterbrained. Ladies, again, if you're gonna wear skirts, I would suggest really making sure your skirt is long enough. When you stand up, when you bend over, when you go to the side, when you do jumping jacks, whatever, make sure that thing is long enough. Make sure it comes below your knee, even when you, both when you're standing and at least when you're sitting, because they don't want to see that, you know, in the interview. That's bad. So I myself personally, I steer away from skirts, period, when it comes to the interview, because I know my butt is big and it's really hard to find a long enough skirt if I don't just get it made. Okay, so now you're dressed for the interview and you're ready to get there, assuming you already have your resume together. You get to the interview. I have prepared a list of the top 5 questions that I am always asked at every single interview. And let's see, I have them written down here. Number 5, why should we hire you? This is a time where it's okay to brag a little bit. Just do not come off arrogant, I can say. Just be ready to explain how your skills and qualifications match the needs of the job and how you would fit into the corporate culture or whatever culture the job is. That's basically it. Just sell it yourself. Number 4, why do you want to work here? This is definitely a classic question. And the main thing you want to do is be positive, enthusiastic, work in your research that you've done for the company so they know that you have done some background work on them. They always love that. And also try and shape your answer into what you can do for the company and not necessarily what the company can do for you. You want to look not so selfish here, but more like the next question would be, what is your greatest weakness? I absolutely hate this question. It's like a double-edged sword. You don't want to answer a bad answer, and I'm going to let you know about that in just a second. And you don't want to make it sound too good. So here's the thing. You want to present a weakness that is good and bad at the same time. Like, I'm going to go ahead and give you my secret that I say for what's my greatest weakness. I say that my greatest weakness is that I get so wrapped up in my work that I get so wrapped up in helping other people out that I tend to forget about my own needs. That is a great weakness because that can actually be turned around into a favorable thing. You know, it is favorable that you work well with the team. You know, it's not so great that you forget about yourself, but that can be forgiven in the long run because you're more of a team player. Another good answer for that question would be my greatest weakness is my penmanship, because that can also be worked out as well. The next question could be, what's your greatest strength, right after the weakness question. Basically, don't exaggerate, don't embellish, just be straight up, and this is where you really have to know yourself. And the number 1 question that's always asked at every interview is probably the first question they're going to ask you. Tell me about yourself. Oh man, it's like, woo, who wants to brag about themselves, right? I mean, okay, well, it's a really standard question. This is their way of breaking the ice. I mean, it may kind of throw you off guard, but don't let it throw you off guard. Don't tell them your life story either. Just give a brief answer that's kind of related to the job that you're seeking. I mean, if you're a recent graduate, tell them about that. Tell them about a few of the clubs you participated in college that are relevant to the job and how they could help out. And maybe throw in a one-liner if you've got a good sense of humor. So that's going to wrap it up for me, ladies and gents. I hope this video was helpful. Be sure to check the links below or the description box below so you can find out more information about how to prepare for an interview. Okay? Love y'all. Bye.